Okay, so with our development process, in this video, we're going to cover step one of modifying the cart details component HTML template and adding the increment button. So let's move in here and let's open up our cart details component.html. And I'll just move to the top of the file just as a checkpoint, just to get our bearings. And let's move down to the section near quantity, because we're going to add some new code in this section. And so one thing I'll do here is focus in on the quantity item right now. I'll set up a div. I'll apply the appropriate styles here for this div. I'll create a div here for the increment button. And then I'll add the code here for the button. Let me slide over here for a second. And then I'll add that font awesome icon, the font awesome plus icon. All right, good. So this is the code in place for giving us the increment button. Now let's set up a div here for the actual quantity. And I'll reference temp cart item dot quantity. All right, and I also want to add the decrement button. So let me just go ahead and copy the code I have for the increment button or for plus, and let's just copy that and paste it down here at the bottom. And instead of the FA plus, I'll say FA minus. So just a very small change here to get the minus or the decrement button. And then I'll simply add a div here just as a spacer, just so things can line up properly as far as the layout in the actual table row. So just think of this as like just an extra spacer here to tighten things up. All right, this looks good. Let's go ahead and test it. So I'll open up a new terminal window. And before I start my Angular app, I just want to do a quick checkpoint here. Make sure the Spring Boot app is up and running. If it's not running, go ahead and start it now. And now I'll go ahead and start up my Angular app. Now we can swing over into my browser. I can add some items to my cart. And then view my cart and success. This is great. So now notice here we have our increment button and our decrement button along with our quantity. So good job. Now these buttons don't do anything yet, right? Because we haven't added any event handlers or click handlers on it. We'll do that in the next video, but at least we have the layout in place for the given buttons.